I was not planning to sit down and start breaking this book down chapter by chapter, but I got through chapter 2 here, and I started into chapter 3, and then I stopped myself because chapter 2 introduced a whole lot of stuff to the world that was not present in chapter 1. Chapter 1 was all about, yo, dude, these guys are bounty hunters. Chapter 2 is like, yo, these guys are not just bounty hunters. These guys are crazy. At least our main character, Black Cat, at least he's crazy. The other guy just seems like kind of a normal, one-eyed man who's good at driving a car and doing paperwork. Our protagonist, who's partially covered by the sticker, he's clearly crazy. All right, so I got to show you something from chapter 1. Let me find it real quick. All right, our hero has this gun battle here. I kind of glossed over the end of chapter 1 because I didn't want to spoil it, but if you're watching the video for chapter 2, I assume you've read chapter 1 or you don't care about the spoilers thereof. So, the bad guy, bam, 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 ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Somehow our hero is deflecting all these bullets. He's blocking them with his gun, of all things. It's crazy. So we know our hero is not strictly human. Yeah, our human is not strictly hero. So when we get to chapter 2, which is titled cryptically, The Messenger from Kronos, it immediately asks the question, what is Kronos? And it really highlights the 13 that this dude has tattooed on his chest. We got that kind of showed off a couple of times in chapter 1, but in chapter 2, it really shows up. So once again, way before Marvel started making all their characters sit in cafes, drink coffee, and eat cake, manga was doing that, guys. So if you want to blame anything for that trend of characters eating in comic books, it was manga. I'm sad to say, for those of you who are like, oh, that's a bad trend from American comics. Like, they didn't really do it. So our heroes were eating. They don't pay because this guy runs out. Our heroes chase after him because he's got a bounty on his head. And then this dude right here stabs the guy. He shanks him in the chest. Dude shanks him in the chest. Apparently his name is Cleaver. What? You know him? Yeah, from my days as a house cat. He joined after I did. Then he's with Kronos! Bum bum bum! Exclamation mark over the head. I love that, by the way. In video games, like, I love it when characters just pop an exclamation point over their head of surprise or whatever. I think it's fabulous. So they start talking to each other, and we learn this dude is part of an organization called Kronos, or was until he quit like 2 years ago when he was marked out as dead on their roster. And this guy is sent here to carry a message to him saying, come back and you can have everything. Or if you don't, I'm going to kill yo. I'm going to kill yo butt. And our hero, of course, is like, nah, brah. Nah, I'm not going to come back. But we have enemies. Kronos still needs a fighting power like you. Enough. The official version of the story says I was executed 2 years ago. I'm through with Kronos. So naturally, this is leading to a confrontation. And, well, the book doesn't end, right? The book doesn't end, and presumably we're not going to kill our main character off in chapter 2 of the book. So you can kind of feel a little bit of relief if you're following along with this, that our main character did not get himself murdered. But what happens to the other guy? What's the outcome of their confrontation? Do they get into a fight? I will just tell you that it's very satisfying and shows that our main character is a pretty cold dude, at least when it comes to getting into fights with people. He is one pretty cold son of a gun. And I appreciate that. Too often when I'm reading a story, or playing a video game for that matter, you get a main character, you've just killed 50,000 people in a video game, and you get to fighting, like, the boss, and then it's like, I won't kill you. I won't stoop to your level or whatever. Right? That's stupid, right? Like, there's none of that sentiment here. There's absolutely none of that. And it was kind of refreshing to see that in media, having a character just be like, not like, I'm not going to fight you or whatever. Like, they have a throwdown. it was satisfying how the throwdown turned out. And yeah, I'm having a fun time with Black Cat. I'm not going to promise I'm not going to just immediately turn around and do a video on chapter 3. I might still do that, but I might not. I don't know. It depends on how much I enjoyed chapter 3 versus chapters 1 and 2, because chapters 1 and 2 were fun. Chapter 1 introduced their world, the characters, their personalities, their interactions with each other, the concept of being a sweeper, so like bounty hunters for hire. Well, I guess they're not really for hire, they're picking up like bounty heads, the posters on the wall or whatever. Uh, Kind of like a show I really like called Cowboy Bebop. Oh, that's weird. Chapter 2 added this whole extra evil organization thing with superpowered or special people in on it, which is kind of fun. So now we've taken like a cool premise, we've deepened the premise, and it all felt natural. None of it felt forced, none of it felt contrived. It's all felt kind of funny, kind of serious, and fast paced. I'm really digging it, man. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would, but I sure am. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one. Bye bye.